to maybe transcend the questions of memoir or writing about, journalistically about my father's life, and get at something that shows something about the human condition.
Yeah.
And
I think definitely that's the feeling I get from speaking with you, is that you're looking for that core of reality that exists for a person who's affected by either suicide in their family or attempts on their own part, or the suffering that I think you're looking for a way to alleviate suffering. That's what I get from you.
yes, and I feel strongly, Linda, that having experienced some of it myself and suffering from periods of depression and mental illness, disassociation, you know, if someone is not hurting other people, do we really have a right to tell a person, this is the one and only reality, and you must enter into it and stay there, no matter what it takes?
Yeah.
And isn't human life sacred as it is?
Yeah, well, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
You know, is your reality my reality?
Right. And can we not work? I mean, that touches on kind of world peace, I think, in a way. Can we not see and accept other people's realities as not being challenging or threatening to us? You know, there's a horrible statistic that the image of schizophrenic people as being violent, or because they maybe gesticulate a lot and talk to themselves. 1% of schizophrenic people suffering from schizophrenia have the tendency or ability to be violent at times. And, you know, that's less than the general population. So why are we so scared of the other? You know, and how much does that cripple us in terms of being able to fully embrace ourselves and our humanity?
I always wonder, fear of the other, whether it's a genetic thing, whether it's an inborn instinct in humans from our animal past or our animal present, or if it is something that's learned. I don't know. Probably a combination.
It probably is a combination. I know that, you know, Homo sapiens, we sort of beat out the Neanderthals because we had huger brains and an ability to strategize and work together and hunt and gather food and keep it in one place and live in a dwelling. And maybe, you know, that's where it took us, is here. And we are in a, as far as we know, unique position among the animal kingdom, that we have the ability to know about death, to be aware of death, to see it around us. And so to insulate ourselves from it, maybe when it has been, of course, a threat to survival. And our survival of the species is really wired in us. And I think that's the genetic part. That's the human code.
Yeah, I think so too. So we have a couple of minutes left. Why don't you give us an idea of what the state of the book is and where you're going with it, how you're going to publish?
Could I just read you a little bit?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This is just, I'd rather read than say, if that's right.
So it's on its way. We'll just say it's on its way.
And its working title is Dooms of Love.
Ooh.
From an E.E. Cummings poem, My Father Moved Through Dooms of Love. Okay. Mommy left Daddy yesterday and I drove her to the train. Dave broke up with me because I haven't been spending enough time with him because I drove her to the train. My period is 2 weeks late and I drove her right to the train. Pretty fast too, although we wouldn't have missed it because it's a 1:48 and she left him at 1:18. Finally decided she'd had enough. Funny how easy it was, because all I had to do was drive her to the train. Him on the beach, maybe swimming. Now the key goes in. He dives. Clutch in, turn key, swims underwater. My foot on gas. He surfaces for air. Reverse and gas. And now submerges again, so refreshing. I brake, look both ways, now first gear. Thank God I learned how to drive. He's swimming faster, freer. I turn the corner, now we're free. He comes up to gasp for air. She has found hers. Wind in her hair. Now she doesn't care. Fourth gear, and he starts to swim back. Red light stop, now green, turn right into the station. Reaching the shore, climbing the dune, the train finally pulling in. He walks back to his waiting towel. She, now free, getting on, climbing the stairs. He sitting down, sun feels so good. She waving. My, the train is stifling, yet so much less so than he. Waving, smiling, flailing, trailing, arm in wind.
We're done. Did you just finish it?
Yes.
That's great, because we just finished in time.
Okay.
Yeah, you have so much to work with. I look forward to the book.
Thank you. Okay. I hope that was okay, that I read that instead of...
No, it was fine. You wrote that.
Yes.
And I'm assuming the person going into the water, the man going into the water, is your father?
Yes.
Committing suicide. And you're pulling away and
Yeah.
pulling away and pulling away.